Hi there, my name is Sarah Kessler, and I'm the Program Administrator for the Cameron Executive Network. I'm going to take you through a PowerPoint presentation on how to become a part of the Cameron Executive Network. Please listen carefully as this presentation will explain how to apply and all of the next steps involved. All right, what is the Cameron Executive Network, or CEN as we refer to it? First and foremost, CEN is a network of active and retired executives who are committed to mentoring Cameron business students. Now, I'll tell you, this is a very unique program. There are not a lot of other universities who offer something of this nature, and Wilmington actually happens to be a really populated area with people who have opted to move here after professional careers. And so we have this wonderful cadre, very diverse, full of mentors who have done a variety of things in their career, and some who are still actively working at businesses in the area who are volunteering their time to mentor Cameron School of Business students. It's really quite a resource. The program was founded 13 years ago by Mr. Skip Jones and Mr. Dick Varone. Dick Varone is still a professor in residence here at the Cameron School of Business, and I believe he teaches personal finance. But they started it, and it was very small 13 years ago, just something that they felt would very much benefit the students, and they knew that there was a group of people in the area willing to do this sort of thing, a lot of professionals, and the network has grown extensively. Today it has over 200 executive mentors that are a part of the program, again, both active and retired, ranging in different backgrounds throughout the course of business backgrounds and different stages of their careers. And there are approximately 400 or more students participating in the program currently. We graduate some every semester and get a new group in every semester. So it fluctuates. That's kind of a rolling total, but it's very close to at least 400 students. Let me tell you a little bit about some of the benefits of being a part of the program. Now, this program is not one that is just an easy ticket to a job, but I will tell you that it does offer pretty extensive career planning and advice from professionals who have done it and can give you the benefit of their experience in your career planning, and certainly can help you as you move into your next steps. They offer resume fine-tuning and help with interviewing skills. These are things you may get in some of your classes like Business 305, but this is to a higher degree. They will work with you on tailoring that resume or cover letter to meet the requirements of a specific job you're applying for. They may coach you on interviewing for that job and how to prepare for it. They may help you with phone interviews and just really give you the confidence that you need to go into those events successfully. And we also offer something called a mock interview program. Once a semester, a group of mentors offers the opportunity for you to come and do an in-person interview, or practice interview, if you will, with mentors, which is very beneficial as you're working toward preparing for those interviews after you graduate. They also work with Teresa Walker, our Director of Work Practice here in Cameron, with internships. Again, they're not going to put the job in your lap, but they certainly have connections and advice for you and can help guide you to finding the appropriate internships and taking the appropriate steps to work toward getting those internships. And lastly, and I think most importantly, are the networking opportunities. Although you will be matched with only one mentor, the whole network really becomes available to you. You'll see when we go through the mentors on our website that this truly means that if you see someone with a background of interest to you, once you've become a part of the program and you're working with your mentor, you can talk with your mentor about reaching out to this other person, maybe for a coffee or just to get some advice now that you're a part of the network, and they're more than willing to talk to you and help you as well. So although you're matched with one person, your mentor networks with other mentors and goes to events where they have the opportunity to talk with one another, and they use each other as resources to help you, and the different backgrounds can benefit you immensely. It's also an opportunity to give you the chance to engage with professionals in a business sort of setting. At some of our events, you'll have that opportunity, and this is important as you prepare to move into the business world. It gives you good practice for those next steps, and that leads me into this bullet, your bridge from college to the corporate world. As I was saying, they're really helping you prepare for that jump, and they're making that transition so much more smoothly. Students in this network, I truly believe, do have a leg up. Okay, what are the requirements to apply? There aren't a lot of requirements initially to apply to the program because we do want as many students who are eligible to come out and apply. I will explain to you that it does get a bit more challenging after you're accepted. There are more interested students than there are mentors, so being proactive is important, but applying to the network is the first step. So here are the requirements. To apply, you must be admitted to the Cameron School of Business. If you're not sure of this, I'm sure you can check with your academic advisor. You want to have applied and been accepted into the Cameron School of Business before applying into the Cameron Executive Network. Next, you need to not be graduating at the end of the current semester. The mentors need a little bit longer than one semester to work with you. Ideally, when this match is made, you will be paired up for the remainder of your time as an undergraduate, and you can't be graduating this semester, this spring 2016, if you're planning to participate or at the end of whatever current semester you apply. Next, you're doing it right now, you must attend a 45-minute session to learn about the SEND program. So you've met that requirement. We do require this first, and we did not even make the application available until we started offering the sessions earlier in the week, because we do not want students to not have all of the information they need to apply. And I don't believe it'll take 45 minutes, but you're doing this right now. All right, so I'm going to give you some very important information on the application process that I do believe will save you a lot of headache. So this is important. I would take note here and really pay attention to the deadlines as well as the information I give you about how to apply so that you don't end up having to duplicate your efforts. The application can be found by logging into the portal. I'm sure most of you have been to the portal on CSB's website. That portal, you just use your username and log in from your email, I believe, to get into the portal, and when you get in there, the application will be available. We have just made it available. As I said, we don't make it available until the info session starts so that we don't have people applying without going through the session. And here's the big thing. You must complete that online application by Thursday, January 28th at 5 p.m. Make a note of it. You don't want to be doing it at 5 p.m. because the system will shut down and stop you from completing the application, or you will think you're completing it, but you'll have been timed out. Work on it before then. It is available now. You can log in as many times as you'd like to continue to complete it, as long as you do it before the 28th. And the sooner you get it in, the more quickly we can review it and then let you know after the 28th about acceptance into the program. Okay, some hints, and these are very important, so again, please listen carefully because I get questions and emails about this every semester, and it could save you a lot of time and headache if you're aware of what we expect and follow these hints. Okay, I'm going to pull up for you the Student Mentoring Guide. This mentoring guide is something that is used to complete the application and will be referenced in the questions you find in the application. So I'm going to go back to the Cameron School of Business's homepage so you can see how to navigate to what I'm referring to. If you're on the homepage and you click on Executive Involvement, on the left-hand side you'll see that there is a link that says Resources. This page will be referenced a few times in my presentation, and if you scroll down to Mentoring, here is the Student Mentoring Guide. This is the guide that you will use for a few of the questions on your application. So make sure you know where that is, and when it references the guide, this is what it's referring to. Okay, now this is extremely important. The portal times out in 20 minutes. I don't know why. The application system just happens to work this way. The application should take you longer than 20 minutes if you're giving thought to your answers. I would imagine an hour or two at least. So I highly, highly encourage you to copy the questions and paste them into a Word document. Take your time, type them into that Word document, then log yourself back in and paste your answers in to submit. If you're just typing in the portal and it logs out, there is no warning message or anything that tells you that it has timed out, and you will then have lost all of that information and it won't submit the application. So make sure to do it this way, putting it into a Word document so you don't lose it. The other way to be certain that your application has gone through is that you will receive an email. It's just an automated email that will be generated that says, "Thank you for your application." If you don't get that email, you timed out. Log back in, copy your answers in, and submit. Additionally, you can work on it, as I said, periodically between now and the deadline of the 28th. So feel free to, spend some time looking at it, but don't submit if you're not ready to submit. I will be sending emails because I can see who has started an application. Periodically between now and the 28th, I'll send emails to say, if you're receiving this email, you've started your application, but you have not completed it, please make sure you do so before the 28th if you'd like to apply. So there shouldn't be any reason that you don't get it in, but people lose their information every semester, and unfortunately then they have to retype the whole thing that they've typed out if they did not put it into a Word document. So look for that automated email as well that tells you it's been submitted. And these answers, you really want to think through them carefully, write thoughtful answers, check your spelling, check your grammar, make it something very well done. This is the first glimpse that the mentors get into who you are, because they, just as you'll be able to review their profiles, can go online after these submissions and review your profile before the mixer. So make a good impression and do these well. We are also reviewing them in our office carefully to accept you into the program. Some questions that you might see included are, how many hours a week can you commit? Now, don't overthink this answer. Every mentor and mentee will come up with their own plan, and expectations will be set once you start meeting, and we refer to it as your own franchise, if you will. Some meet more than others, and you'll be able to discuss this a bit with the mentor at the mixer too, and you'll find someone compatible with your commitment. It may be that you talk over Skype, it may be that you talk on the phone and you email regularly and you only meet 1 or 2 times a month. Might just be 2 to 4 hours a month over the course of a couple of meetings for coffee or to review a resume. It's fine. It does not have to be extensive. You're probably not going to do 5+ hours a week, but you may meet your mentor from time to time in person throughout the month. Most importantly, when you say that you commit, we have to remember that these are people volunteering of their time, and the relationship only works if we're respectful of their time. We know that you are busy, they are aware of that, but you have to be aware that it's important to be responsive, to set up meetings, to let them know when you're available, and to follow through with any communication they give to you. The application will ask you to describe your strengths and weaknesses. People are afraid to describe their weaknesses. Don't be. Maybe that's one of these mentors' strengths, and when they see that's a weakness you have, they may be drawn to wanting you as a mentee because they know that they can help. And tell us a little bit about your expectations from this mentoring relationship. And I wouldn't just put to land a job, although you do hope that they may be able to help you in that career path. I wouldn't make it quite that straightforward, so that's just a tip. And please remember, 5 p.m. on January 28th is that deadline. All right, what happens next? So once you've applied, your application will be reviewed by the SEN office. It'll be myself and our co-directors, Alan Patrick and Bob Pius. We'll go through every application. We print them out as they come in between now and the 28th. We review them all and make sure that they've been verified by Student Services, that the students have been accepted into this Cameron School of Business and that they meet those requirements. And then once we've done that, after the 28th, usually only a day or two after, business day or two after, give me a few days to sort through everything, we will contact the selected candidates and invite them to the mixer. This will be via email. Please, please, folks, make sure that you're looking regularly at the email that you provide to me in your application, because we will be contacting you. And double check on your application that you have correctly written down that email. People have lost emails this way, but all of my contact will come via email. We'll tell you that you are accepted in this email, that you've been invited to the mixer, and tell you about all of the next steps as well as how to prepare for the mixer. So the email will be important. And then, just so you know, you'll attend the mixer. The mixer is on Thursday, February 11th from 6 to 8:30 p.m. I know that you have not been accepted yet, but assume you will be and put this date on your calendar. The mixer is of utmost importance. Sometimes a mentee is unable to attend, but it greatly impacts their ability to get matched with a mentor. This mixer is your networking opportunity, and you get to meet a lot of the mentors on this evening. Thursday, February 11th from 6 to 8:30 at Warwick. We will have heavy hors d'oeuvres. You can treat it as though it's dinner. You have to eat, so hopefully you'll be able to join us for that event. And just so you know, you may receive an email or a call from a mentor who has seen your profile. As I said, they can review it. But you may also be proactive, which I'm going to go into detail on and how important that is before the mixer yourself, so you can reach out to them. Okay, so once you have received the email from me, a part of your next steps will be to review the available mentors from our current mentor list. Not every mentor is available every semester. You have to make sure that you're looking at those who are available this semester and have specifically told me that they are. They are currently completing a survey and RSVPing to me. Those are coming in between now and the 28th. They have until the 28th to let me know if they're going to be attending the mixer. Now, when you're looking at this mentor list, which I advise you to do after you've been accepted after the 28th, and I'm pulling it up now. Again, if you're on the Cameron School of Business website,